Oh, mic is on already. Good morning. My mic wasn't off the whole time. Good thing I ended that super secret phone call I was on. Not that secret. It was about Pokemon cards. My real passion. Instant coffee, dude. I feel bad for you. Um, instant coffee is not a good thing. A man and his coffee is like an important pairing in the morning. This is my coffee right now. See if we can tip it a bit and zoom in. That's my coffee. So it's what do I have this morning? Is it a latte or a flat white? Latte. Very good. Latte with a shot of caramel fudge. No, it's caramel fudge ice cream cone flavoring. Yeah, that's what it is. It's really good. I don't think I could do yeah. Colombia has the best coffee. I mean, yeah, I think so, probably. Colombian coffee, right? I use a super crema for my beans. Lavata super crema. It's really good. Good morning from Florida. Morning, afternoon. And good morning. Nice shirt. Thanks, man. Kind of keynote sound you play on your FOT video intros with GateX. Oh God, I don't remember, Dan. So long ago I did that. I know what you're talking. It's like a piano key. You should be able to find something pretty similar. I made that piano key, but you should be able to find something similar online. Yeah, coffee's amazing this morning. That's because I'm not talking to the mic. It's not loud. I got to move the mic over there. That's better. Good call on the mic volume, Olanat. So this is a SMB7 mic. You pretty much have to be talking right into it like this. If you're talking right into it like this, it's going to sound super clear, high quality, and great. As soon as you get a little bit over here, you can hear how bad the sound is. It's not like a shotgun mic. It's not like omnidirectional mic or anything like that. I remember as I you'll see it just keeps getting quieter and quieter and quieter and quieter. But the mic really is meant to be here. So it's not that the volume is low, it's that I'm kind of stupid with my mic sometimes. But like the quality of this mic, it's called an SMB7. Sure, SMB7. Just incredible mic all around. I'm very animated. I'm all over the place. I'm a little wild. So yeah. User error, but good shout out on the volume, dude. Thank you so much, because like it slips my mind. Just put in like big caps, cotton volume, cotton mic. If I do it again, just start screaming cotton mic, cotton volume, and I'll be like, oh shit, it's happening. Pokemon cards code for Bitcoin. I don't collect Pokemon cards. I used to play Magic the Gathering a lot. So like Magic the Gathering and Overpower. Yeah, love MTG. Still a Mr. Noodle and instant coffee guy. I can't live without my coffee, man. You've been drinking instant for 2 weeks? Dude, that is so crap. You're up over 50%, Salamander? Dude, that's amazing. Good job, man. Congrats. Good morning, six pack. Cotton always looking so fresh. Thanks to Deji. I try, man. Tell us your secret. No secret. Day trade, live healthy, have a good routine. No secret, just hard work, man. Discipline and hard work. Yeah, my coffee is my secret weapon. Yeah, it's a Super Crema by Lavata. That's the bean choice I use. I only buy them if they're within a month produced. So like the date stamp 1 month. After that, they kind of start to taste not as potent. So it's still fine. Like I think 95% of people drink coffee past 1 month, right? Like 1 month of its production date or stamp date, whatever you want to call it. So like I'll only buy the bags that are air sealed still, and they haven't had any compromises to the bag quality. And yeah, within 1 month. That's kind of like my thing. Yeah. SXP down, burning to the ground as BTC goes up. I have, Lucas. That's what I was saying like earlier this week, is that these ETFs are going to just cinder to a crisp. Like if you go back, I think it was, what did we say that on? What is it today? Thursday? What did we say that on Monday? Yeah, on Monday we were saying like our plan is to kind of just allow Bitcoin to keep moving up and let these ETFs burn to a crisp. Wanted to know how somehow it gives me a nice shiver every time I hear it. Bummer. Oh yeah. There is no like spot to get it. I made that keynote sound. Like I do a lot of my own audio engineering, so I made that keynote sound. But I'm sure if you just type in like piano keys, you could hear it. Sound is great. Yeah. I've got big sound upgrades coming. I actually bought so Shure makes really good mics, and I was gonna get some Lavier mics for I think that's how you say it, Lavier. I'm probably butchering it. Lavier mics. Let's double check because that doesn't sound right. What? What are you on about? Lavalier, there you go. I got some new lavalier mics for the IRL and vlog stuff. Really nice transmitter for the audio, soundproofing for my room coming. I really kind of went all out on production standards this week. I just like said, screw it, let's push it as far as we can. So yeah, I'm a big like sound aficionado. Like I really think sound is super important, like your audio quality and the sound that you portray in videos and stuff like that. I think it's super important. I think it's more important than the visuals, actually. Best exchange to use for crypto? Binance, I guess. I guess Binance. I don't know, dude. I don't really think there's a great exchange for crypto yet. Like Binance has some pretty conveniently timed downtime last night. Let's just put it like this. Very convenient, that downtime. I'm not going to get into why, but that downtime they took last night was such... I'm so furious about that. Not because it affected any trades, but because I can see what they're doing. I'm so furious about that downtime they had last night. Reasons like that is why crypto will never go mainstream. We'll talk about that after. I'm gonna get like really peeved if I talk about that right now. Let me catch up on chat first. You've just been killing it and you need to take a break and not overtrade, so here I am. That's so cool, dude. I'm so happy that you're doing so well, man. I'm so happy that not only you're doing well, but that I'm helping you get there, and you're sharing it with us. And I hope you keep going, man. I hope you just keep killing it and just keep destroying charts. And yeah, I just hope you keep killing it, man. Great job, Salamander. Discipline and patience is a very big key. Absolutely. We'll talk about mental analysis too today as well. Can I recommend a basic method to make constant gains? Not really. I mean, it just comes down to fundamentals, right? There's not like one kind of killer secret method. It's just like a lot of stuff. There's not like one ABC kind of way to do it. You have to combine a bunch of things: mental analysis, um, trading, discipline, what I call the execution layer. Comparative analysis is overkill for like constant gains and like just a basic method. Comparative analysis is overkill for that, although it would increase your constant gains tenfold. What's behind the name Cotton Candy TA? It's about the most uneventful story you'll ever hear. Let me finish with Sepher first. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pieces that go into that, man. Like constant gains in a basic way. God, kids are loud this morning. They're popping off. Breakfast time. I don't know. Can you guys hear my my 6-month-old screaming? Man, she's got a set of lungs on her. She's like, yeah, she's popping the hell off. 3-year-old is super chill. Yeah, I think you need to just look at trading as like a full sheet and not just say like what's a basic method. I think there's a lot of little pieces that get you there. Okay, so what's behind the name Cotton Candy? I was sitting on my couch. I had Telegram open and it asked me for a name. And I said, what should I use? And I didn't really know. And there was a commercial on TV. And it was of a carnival. And there was cotton candy on the screen. So I was like, oh, I'll just call myself Cotton Candy. And I do technical analysis. So I just put Cotton Candy. It was said something about I couldn't use that username. So I just replaced the O's with zeros and the A with a 4. And then just tossed TA on it in the end. It's about the most uneventful story you'll ever hear. About the laziest and I just stuck with it. I stuck with it because I didn't want people to find me. Like I didn't want to be like pro guru trading or something like that. I don't think like they think those names just get lost in the sea. Like who the hell says Cotton Candy TA? If you say my name, you're gonna know exactly who I am. It's such an oddball name, and I make it hard for people to find me because, and you know, initially it was supposed to be, I didn't really want people to find me, just those who were serious about trading and looking for like the real truth, because I kind of wanted to stay away from the masses, and the majority of people who I knew would just say like, oh, we're just going to use these moving averages and we're going to make money. It's like, no, you're not. You're going to try to make money. It's your money. Do what you want. Do whatever you want with it. If you want to burn it to the ground, go ahead. Don't let me stop you. So I wanted to kind of avoid those people. So I just made it like, okay, let's just pick a name that's super hard to find me by. And for people who really care and who really want to change, then they can find me and they'll look up for me, right? Trust what Cotton teaches you. Don't try to force a trade. Yep, true. It's just that sweet. Got to catch us out of that F80 somehow. I'm already starting to think about that, Pickles. Don't you worry. Don't ever chase the markets. Let them come to you. Couldn't agree more. FTX. I've heard good things about FTX, but I don't think I trust any of them. We'll talk about that. Don't you guys worry. I don't care about downtime. Every exchange has downtime. I care about how they We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Absolutely. There's a lot of content in Butterfly Effect Segment 1 Geo. It's massive, man. It's crazy how much content is in that. Couldn't open it. You have to use Binance US if you're in the United States. They have a separate site for that. All in it. Government's banning crypto in a few days. In India, 6-pack, is that where you are? We need decentralized crypto exchange, but it's kind of a dream, I guess. Oh yeah, the coffee rig I have is pretty nice, man. I would highly recommend getting one. Think you know more about cotton than the TA? You'd ace a cotton quiz. Okay, I'll make one. Hey, Top 10, what's up, dude? Yeah, I saw your comment on my videos. I checked out your channel. Cool stuff, man. You'd rather pay the Binance fees than, but sometimes it. So that's a good point that Dan P makes. So Dan P said, the last price trading weirds me out and sometimes it ignores my stop losses. I lost a good amount there and I'd rather pay Binance's fees. The downtimes are a big bummer. So Dan P makes a really good point because price is respected on Binance. It's why I use Binance, because out of all the exchanges, your levels are going to be to the cent on Binance. There's going to be some flood or some like movement over and under the actual level on the other exchanges because they're lagging behind Binance. So if something is flying up like crazy, like this, boop, 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 and this is the level on Binance, you can catch that to the cent on Bitcoin sometimes, or at least to the dollar. Like you can get insanely accurate trades. Like you guys have seen it a million times. The other exchanges, maybe the level is like the same level as right here on the other exchange, and it'll go like this, boop, 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 boop. And then when this hits, this is already broken over the level and pulled back. So you kind of have to do like a accounting for the overflow of price, which sucks. It's terrible. If you're trading futures, it's like not possible. What's your real name? It's Cotton, man. Come on now. You like my name? I like how unique it is. If you're looking for a day trader, there's going to be a million people who are like Guru trading, samurai trading, light bulb trading. What's on my desk here? Coffee cup trading, morning trading, big time gains, hammer slam, percentage trading, just all this crap. It's just like, no, like that doesn't, I don't want to be like trading bot 1.008956 version 2. I just want to be my own unique person. People will find me if they care to learn, and then my name gets kind of cemented because people are like, oh, that's Cotton Candy. Nobody else is making Cotton Candy as a trading name. There's nobody in the world. And it's kind of a meme too. It's like, yeah, you guys are too serious. You guys are way too serious with your trading names and all this stuff. Like trading's not like that. People are putting these names up there. It's like ultra gains trading, a million indicators, VWAP, MACD RSI, convergence, fundamental analysis, a million things all over the screen. Actions to the second. We're going here. We're reacting. Boys, volumes coming in. Go. It's like, fuck off with all that is so fake, man. We're chill, man. We know our levels. We make buys. We make money. Like that's it. We make our 7 figures a year and we do it very cool and chill. We don't need to be that we don't need to be a part of that like fakeness. It's fake. It's so fake. It might not be fake for them, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not really the way it works. Found my content from a YouTube search. Only calm, collected person explaining stuff instead of BS hype. Yep. Right around the beginning of my channel, I had like 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, you've been here a long time, Salamander. I've seen your name for like a lifetime. I am Canadian top 10. When holding it into an all-time high, is your best time to exit before a pullback, or is it simply at your own discretion? No, there's levels. There's levels at all-time highs. Use last price instead of mark price. I'm not sure. Whatever the default is, I'd have to go and look at what it is. Whatever the default is what I use. Whatever TradingView is using is what I'm using. I don't mess around with that like last price, mark price. It doesn't make a difference. You're just trading in the moment, not you're not trading some like it's like logarithmic Logarithmic candles. They were invented after technical analysis is invented. That therefore they're not used. It's kind of the same thing. Thanks for the work you put in setting realistic expectations for those seeking how to day trade. A lot of good energy and happiness to those who you and to those who you're touching. I can't read this morning. What's wrong with my brain? Guys, coffee. Jesus. How did you feel when talking to the camera for the first time? Well, you guys saw it. I literally, beginner's course 1, I put on the camera. I did no takes. There's a ton of like gasps in there. Like I say something up, blah, 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 blah. Right? Like it's, you guys saw what it was the first time for me. That was the first video. I had never recorded a day in my life before. I didn't do any pre-takes. I just hit record. I set up my Streamlabs, hit record, and that was it. Bang. And I was off. So you guys seen it. These live streams are so chill. Just kind of like coffee in the morning, chatting about the markets and charts. Kind of like listening to making coffee, good stuff. Yeah, man. It's like, that's what trading's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be this intense thing where we're rushing to the bell. Too often people like go into markets like, let's look at the SPX. Too often people wake up and it's like, people are going nuts, man. People are just going crazy. Like people, they this is like how I see a lot of traders. So you guys got to realize, like I've worked with a lot of exchanges and stuff like that before. I've worked with companies. I've worked with family funds. I've just worked in the industry. Like I've just seen a few things I've been asked to advise. How often, right? I see something like this. What are we on the SPX? Let's just like, maybe SPX is a bad example. Maybe let's actually go to like a different stock. Maybe like, well, I mean, but Nike's the same as SPX. It follows a chart, just like BTC and altcoins, and Nike and SPX. It's like the same thing. Okay. So often I see traders, it's like they wake up at 5 a.m. They have this like idea in their head that they have to rush to the charts and it's all going to explode if they don't get there in the exact moment. Like these trades are planned out for like weeks ahead of time. Like if you were to go to SPX and kind of just like, come on, just fuck anywhere, SPX, I don't care. You were to go to SPX here and you were to like mark the level you think this was going to hit. You backtested that range, you backtested that range. Yeah, you'd be like right here on SPX. Like, let me look at the monthly before I make a call out here. Yeah, you'd be like right here on SPX. You'd be like hitting right here, or maybe a little higher. There is no like, oh my God, we're about to miss the whole thing, right? I can see how good I am. Let me just like, you'd have like kind of two buys. You'd have one there, and you have to break this one down, but something like this. Yeah, you'd need to break this down. You could possibly have here, you'd have two spots and they'd be different types of buys. So you'd have some buys like this. So then we can just go, what are we on the weekly chart? Sure. Like this stuff is like there for weeks. Like that trade right here, this already existed. So like if you rewind back to this moment here, right? So you have like two trades here. You can go to like whatever your hourly charts or whatever. And I've charted this in the past. People can just go look at the replay if they want like perfect accuracy. There's the first level there. This is not happening in like a split second. This was decided like back in October and this hits in February. Like this is not like bang, bang. It happens in 1 minute. Like this stuff is, it's there for a lifetime. And the trade exists and you make your money on it and it rejects its move and it just goes down. And then the same thing with the next level. It would have hit its move, pulled up, rejected this range here, and then just simply pulled back down. Okay, fine, it goes after a different range. Whatever, not the point. The point is these trades, they exist for a long time. And then so what? You go after your deeper ranges in the chart, and that's fine too. Oh, we already hit that. I think I picked the wrong range to trade. I think we have to actually move forward in this trade. So this was a bad one because I actually went too far back in time. But anyways, the point is still the same. Use a VPN for people who are trying to trade on Binance. Yeah, the problem is if they catch you, like a lot of people are getting caught doing that. So they're doing like live strikes on people and live audits on people's accounts, right? So like these trades, they exist way in the past. And even just take future of trading. Like, isn't this the weekly value right here? Isn't this where everybody would have been buying this anyways? Or sorry, the monthly? Like, isn't this just the monthly hold level? It's the only monthly hold level on the entire chart. So like, wouldn't you have this buy set up here anyways? This is the only monthly hold level on the chart. I don't see there's a monthly hold here. It's already broken. There's a monthly hold here. It already back tested its range. It had to break out of this. Right? It's like the break of the move. God, this thing takes forever. Holy Hannah. There is no other hold level here. That's it. So isn't this just where everybody would have had their trade set up in case SPX dumps? Like you have a few smaller trades like where we marked. But then here's your hold level. Like why is this like, why are people so surprised when they see this hit? It's just such a simple, basic ABC thing. This one's already tested, so it can't go after this. If that one collapses, it'll just go after the next one. Maybe this one, it's kind of tested. That's why this gets hit to the cent, right? Like it's like people have this idea that they have to rush to the charts in the morning, and it's like such an emergency, and everything's about to collapse if we're not sitting in front of our charts all day long. Like these things are they're there for aeons. It's like so obvious. And then they say it's like the news that holds it up. Okay, sure. There was a news release. Okay. Yeah, right on, bro. News release it is. You know what I mean? So it's just so like, it's so crazy to think that people have that kind of mindset. And I've worked with like a lot of exchanges and companies, and they kind of put this fear into their traders, or they have this, even traders, they just get this ecosystem in their head that they have to be there at their charts or they're going to miss some damning moment. So they're, they're sitting at their charts like this, and they're in the moment right now, and they're using all these indicators and scanning the news and waiting for something to happen. And, oh my God, there's trends, and there's, and they don't even know they're trends. They're just news, and they've got MACD and RSI, something's crossing. Oh my God, it's about to happen. Let's freaking go. It's about to happen. Like it doesn't work like that. This is like really low quality thinking when it comes to trading. You have targets, you have levels, you have trends. They all mean something on the chart, and that's it. If you're like all of a sudden in the middle of a trade right here and you're starting to long this because MACD just crossed, of course you're going to be panicking. It's a shitty trade. I'd be panicking too if I was in this trade. If all of a sudden, some type of like MACD crosses in this moment, fuck, I'd be panicking too. Holy crap, talk about a risky trade. Why would you buy there? Yikes, right? Or even short, buy short, long, it doesn't matter. Any of these things, none of it makes sense there. So there's like this impending feeling for a lot of traders that they're going to miss something when really this stuff is like, man, it's there for, even in crypto, even with Bitcoin, it's there for days on end. Notice how on Monday we said that we're just waiting for ETFs to kind of burn to a crisp, right? Notice how it's like, oh, 3 days ago we said ETFs are going to burn to a crisp. Here we are today, ETFs are down like 90% since what they were on Monday, right? Like, and ETFs are like at a ridiculous price. Like BTC down is at what, like 9 cents? Isn't that ridiculous? 9 cent BTC down. Meanwhile, BTC up is at like $150 or something crazy. I don't even know what BTC up is at. It's got to be at like 150 or something. But like, so you look at the books on BTC down, and you rewind back to Monday, and there's like $100,000 at 11 cents and $200,000 at 12 cents and all this money, and people panicking and trying to react in the minute to this impending moment that Bitcoin's coming to. But it's on the charts. I wouldn't be able to publicly call this stuff out every single time with 100% accuracy and just continue going. Now, what are we going on 5 weeks of? I haven't been wrong once on any single chart, stocks, commodities, Forex, crypto, and any single chart. So to be able to do that, there must be something there, right? So too often traders have this like impending feeling. It's just such a commonality in the industry that the stuff's there. It's super chill. It's super chill and it's very easy to make money. You just have to know your spots. Like God, like I said, man, if I was buying SPX here too, I would be panicked, man. I would be like, okay, get me 3 pairs of boxers. I'm gonna need them today because I'm watching this trade. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, what are you on about? You know what I mean? So I don't know. Traders just in general have this feeling that they have to be in front of their charts for like 12, 13, 14 hours a day. Good if you're practicing charting and learning, but to be trading for that long is so unhealthy and so the wrong thing to do. Yeah, trade for like 2 hours a day, if that, and just chill out after that. I see managers of family offices. A family office, for those of you who don't know, is kind of like a, it's not quite a hedge fund. They deal in capital, but they are not allowed to be registered as a hedge fund. So they have restrictions. So I see family offices with managers who make their traders sit there for 14 hours a day. Better wake up to the morning bell and you better be ready and watching your news articles, and you better have CNBC on with all your indicators and your pro version of trading. You better be logged in because I want to see 40 indicators on your charts. I want to see indicators on indicators. I want to see like our algorithmic trading style that we do at ABC Family Funding. I want you to put MACD on top of moving average 9 that crosses the 25 with convergence only on the 25, crossing the 90 on the 4-hour time frame. And so they create these like ridiculous scenarios. It's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. There is no like impending moments. There is no like doomsday scenarios. There is none of that. None of that exists. Even here, like this was a mile away. Anybody surprised at this move up? There's just like a simple trend. There was just like a simple trend it broke, and so it moves up after the trend breaks. You can see the point isn't even here. Like this is another thing. It's like people don't understand the way trading works. Like look where my base and reach point is. Look where this gets hit and rejected. Look where this gets hit and rejected. Look where it breaks through. It's not these moments and this new stuff. People are so like backwards when it comes to that. Trader Cage, cool man. Just reading your message. Yeah, Rush, you've been here a long time, man. Magnet tool joke. Hit Revelstoke. That's you're talking about the mountain Revelstoke? Let's hit Revelstoke. I have no idea what that means. Psychological? No, that's not true. That's fake news. Psychological round numbers, 100% fake news. Any number can feel psychological if you try to justify it. What did this hit? What was the high of this candle? Let's see, psychological. I was 48,720,000. Oh, that's psychological. It couldn't go to 488. It had to go 487. So it went to 48720. One fifth of the way to 488. It couldn't go to 488 because 488 is what it last hit. So it had to hit 487. 1/5 of the way. So 48720. Everything feels psychological if you try to justify it. It has no connection or no correlation to the markets in any way. Make an iHeart Magnet tool, Sutter. Favorite book? It's like movies. I don't think I have a favorite. Lottery for Butterfly Effect. You're a mentor to many people you don't even know exist. I hope so, man. That's my goal, is to just help people out there. So, you know, this channel will grow as more people have their eyes open. So helping people make careers for themselves, like that's really yeah, I'm happy about that, Ace. Thanks for sharing that. You do altcoins? Not right now, just Bitcoin. What luck, heartbreak? Yeah. So you guys are talking about India, I believe, right? Like Utsav Das? India? Are you guys talking about India? You must be. Ah, thanks, top 10. Much appreciated, man. Move, lol. Easy move. Banning crypto, just move. Easy. India, terrible move. I don't think it's a terrible move. I think this market is so disgusting. It's bound to happen. We'll talk about that. Don't worry. We are watching what BTC is doing right now. I'm looking at targets up in this range today, 54 and 53.8. Could also hit like, I think there was a target at like 51.8 if memory serves me. How do you get the free course today? It's on Patreon, dude. You have to sign up for an annual tier. I brought it back for one day because there's a lot of people who missed it. So for one day, I guess we should talk about that. I forgot to mention that. The free blueprint and butterfly effect for people who are signing up on the annual expert tier is back until tomorrow early evening. So tomorrow around 5 o'clock or so my time, I'm turning it off, and just kind of like a last call for people. There's a lot of people who missed it who are asking if I could host like a last call for it. So I thought, okay, well, sure, why not? So last call right now, Blueprint Butterfly Effect. If you want to get into that patron annual tier membership, you can go look on my patron page and see information about that. You might have to look back in the history of, I think I have a command for Nightbot that will link you right to the post. Let me try. Let me just put exclamation mark free. But yeah, if you sign up for an annual expert tier, you get Blueprint right now. And then when we hit 50K subscribers, you get Butterfly Effect segment 1. So it's about 20K in courses. And you get all the benefits of being in the patron tier as well. Would you use TA on ETFs too? Just in case we were watching the normal coin for its pullback. Yeah, just watching Bitcoin for the pullback, Lewis, not using TA on it. You're literally doing your TA on Bitcoin to make those decisions. How do these traders then make money in family funds or hedge funds, or are they kept up by you actual known traders? That's a good question, Jelly. So I've seen both. I've seen where they do have talented traders. I've seen where the company is very divided. So I've been in family offices or funds and things like this. I've been in them where they're very divided. So they'll have like a couple things that keep their company afloat while they have like a lot of baggage. So sometimes I get asked to like, okay, how can we reduce our baggage? So they don't want me to go in there and like reshape their whole company. What they want me to do is look at their like problem area. So they say, oh, we're happy with the way our trading works, but this is where we're failing. How do we fix it before we get rid of it? So like before they just completely like fire a section of it or like disembody one of their, I don't know what you'd call it, like a section of their company or like department. There you go. Before they like disembody a department or before they just like fire people out of their department, they're saying, okay, how can we fix this? Because this would be like the best damage control we can do before we have to go fire a bunch of people or change a bunch of people's job titles and start recreating job titles for these people. So it depends really, because sometimes there's that divide in trading funds where they have pieces that hold them up and pieces that bring them down. And then they have sometimes just like normal percentages that, how can I say this without saying too much? They'll use a system to make their 2% a day, and then they have like a certain amount of error they're allowed to have. So if they make 2% a day, then they'll say, okay, we make 2% a day like this, then we have like a 0.5% error, so we need to make this percentage a day. So it really depends, because everybody how they trade is differently. Some people just trade based on insider information. Some people trade based on knowledge in the industry in terms of like look at Tesla, for example. Okay, so they bought at 35K. They made money. Fundamental analysis. Sure. Let's just leave Tesla at that, right? Like, there's a good example. You know, this trade existed for a lifetime. You could have seen it down at 10K, which, yeah, you could have seen it down at 10K. You could have seen it down at 8K, 7K. So how much do they make on it? Sure, justified by fundamental analysis. Some companies live and breathe off that, and they take a ton of risk, and they never really hit their true potential because they you know, for every 20% they make, they have 2 trades that lose 7 or 8%. So I don't know. Instead of making 400% on Bitcoin, what do they make? So they're saying they bought at 35K. How much are they up? If they actually did buy at 35K, how much are they up? 30%. If they bought down at 10K, they'd be up 400%. So big difference, right? Did I go to networking events? God, no. Sat in my basement and worked on charts, man. I didn't do anything. Magnet to a meme shirt one day. I have not read the book Nudge. Don't think I've heard of that one. Nope. Tom Winter, not true. Revelstoke, the ski resort. Yep. You're not profitable because you only have one monitor. When would I trade altcoins? I don't know. I don't trade altcoins anymore. I just trade futures. Voxel project from a few years ago. Yeah, I don't think I'll be going back to voxels. How do you have targets above 50K? Magic, man. Hashtag free didn't work in the chat. I have no thoughts about banks launching digital currencies. I think actually, okay, I do have one opinion on it. I think this is inevitable for banks to crush crypto. Get working, Trader Cage, one day. The exclusive sweaters, yeah. My life was no different, Kenneth. It was identical. I sit in my house and I work on charts. I've done this all my life. I just sit in my house, man. I'm not the kind of person to be out partying and doing all these things and events and concerts and stuff like that. I've been like a homebody all my life. Even when I was in university, finish my classes, go play poker, or finish my classes, go work on charts. I don't do like outdoor things. Sometimes I hiss at the sun. No, that's not true. I'm not a vampire, but you know, I just really don't. Pandemic hasn't changed my life at all. I've been training for this all my life. Sit inside and just do charting. Yeah, okay, so stable bank launching a digital currency. I think this is just like inevitable. Banks could already do what Bitcoin and crypto is doing. They just choose not to because it's a business model for them. So if India's banning crypto and they're replacing it with like a digital currency of their own, this is just kind of the natural progression, in my opinion. Crypto will never take over like any national currencies. Never, ever, ever. It will never, never, never happen. As much as the fundamentalists want it to, it will never happen. There is no government in the world that would allow it. There is no government that would say, oh, Bitcoin's worth $1 million. People are no longer using our currency while we give up. No, the second Bitcoin becomes worth too much, governments are just going to say, yep, this is a national security threat. It's a risk that it's devaluing our economy because our dollar is going down, which is crushing our government. Yeah, we're banning it. Guess what? All you United States citizens, well, sorry, can't use crypto anymore. Guess where Bitcoin goes when government starts saying that? If it's not already there. There is no scenario in this world, mark my words, there is no scenario in this world where Bitcoin will ever be. Maybe Spaceman, maybe Elon Musk will make it like space currency, but there is no world where it's ever going to replace any type of banking. I don't have an opinion, Musk. I'm just a day trader, man. I have an opinion on Bitcoin, like a personal opinion, but I don't really care if it goes up or down, to be honest, dude. I just make my money on it. I'm just a day trader. I don't care about all this other stuff. I have an opinion. I'm a human being. I have an opinion, but I just don't care where it goes. Nothing can save Bitcoin from the impending scenario that it's created for itself, which is it will never be adopted by any type of government. When the value goes too high and people start using it over the US dollar, the US government is just going to say, oh, it's a national security threat. Our economy's suffering because of it. Hey, guess what? Bitcoin's banned. Anybody associated with Bitcoin, your banks are being seized. And if the governments don't do it, the banks will, because the banks are businesses. They could already do that. They just don't, because they can milk people still. Because 99.9% of the world who doesn't give a shit about crypto, or 98 or whatever it is, 99% of the world who doesn't care about crypto, those are the bank's customers. And as soon as that number grows too high, the bank just says, you're associated with crypto. We've seen money coming from exchanges. Your account's banned. Good luck paying your mortgage. Matter of fact, we're banning all accounts. And then where do you think Bitcoin goes when that happens? There's no world where Bitcoin like replaces any currencies. It's as good. I've said this before a million times. It's like a Pokemon card. It's just a tool of barter. What to invest in, I have no idea, man. Yourself, Kata, RMD, invest in your own education and be able to make those decisions. Apple's not going to do anything. Apple doesn't. What if they buy BTC? Who cares? That's not going to change anything. Except for that whole, all that new stuff is just like, it doesn't mean anything. The world is built on governments, not on coins made by anonymous people, run by wishes and dreams by less than a fraction of the world. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. Hey Larkin, what's up, dude? So yeah, I mean, I think it's just like the natural progression of things. Vabav, am I saying your name right? Vabav? I think I'm saying it right. I don't know. Sorry, man, if I'm butchering your name. But yeah, digital currency in India, this is just normal. Banks could replace crypto if they wanted to right now. When do I think this bull market will end? When it hits its target. Why did you target around 58K? I didn't. I don't have a target at 58K right now. Next time Fish is on tour, eat a fractal and see them live. Yeah, Tron founder, saying that, or Tron is saying that Elon Musk is the founder. I don't think that matters, dude. Even stocks or gold aren't legal tender. It's just all banknotes, right? It's just all banknotes to say you have X value. Dollar bills, you've all heard the story. Dollar bills are just IOUs. Gold is just what the banks back. Banks back? Is that, did I say that right? Yeah. I'm not sure about Neo, man. I would just chart Bitcoin. What about Tesla buying 1.5 billion in crypto? Spaceman wants space money. Favorite food? Good question. Maybe sushi? I really like fish. Pizza? Pizza or sushi? Yeah, Spaceman wants space money. That's about as much as I think about Elon Musk and the thing about that. Pronounce KG. I'm going to keep saying cage. Government can do whatever they want, Alessandro. Getting 10,000% on the $50 now. Retail bought the news, nothing else happened there. Yep, 100% agree. Smart money trading, haven't you asked that before? Pretty sure you've asked that before, Deji. Rolls Royce, we can look at that, Larkin. Rolls Royce, what's the ticker on Rolls Royce? On the LSC, what is it? Oh, right there, RR dot. Oh, it's RR dot. We could definitely look at Rolls Royce. Yeah, actually, not bad. Not bad, man. Target was already hit, right? Back tested the range down here. Target was already hit. Even if you were to use future of trading knowledge, you might not have got the best entry, but even if you were to just buy the Valley, I mean, yeah, target was hit. So how much did you actually make on this? Trade's kind of already up 170. Jesus. I hope you've been watching this thing for a few months, man, because that was like a pretty nice, simple trade. Damn, you could have put like 100K on this thing and made like 200 grand and like 300K on this thing easily. That's a super sick trade. Dude, nice call out on Rolls Royce. Now what's it doing? You have to see if it's going to hold this range. Like it already back tested its previous range. Now you have to see if it's going to hold this in order to ladder up. It needs probably another 4 or 5 months, but yeah, I mean, you'd be looking to back test these ranges down here somewhere. Nice call on Rolls Royce. Dude, I'm adding this to my chart. Super awesome, dude. I'm adding this to the list of stocks that we look at when we start the trading. My freaking account is still not set up. Can you guys believe this? It's so crazy. I've been meaning to message them and reach out to my banker and say like, hey, what the F is going on? Like, where's my account? But I'm just so busy with other things. It's crazy. Here's our pairings. Let's add Rolls Royce, dude. This is a nice one. I'm even going to put your name on this one. Rolls Royce, and I'm going to put your name mentioned by Larkin. This is a good chart, dude. I like this one. I'm adding this to my permanent list. I think there's a good trade to possibly be had on Rolls Royce, man. Really good call out, dude. I got a nice entry based on FOT and still in. My exits aren't as good as my entries. Oh, that's a big part of trading, right? He could have just exited the top of this range back here, like just slightly ladders off of it. Really nice, dude. I mean, you could hold this long term. This is like a good investment if you were in from the bottom, like where you should have been based on FOT. If you were in from the bottom, you can hold this long term and kind of hope that in a few months it breaks trend. And you know, you'd be trying to test a range in here somewhere like $230. So maybe a good long term play for you, man. Really, really nice chart, dude. What about gold? I don't do gold on screen. I keep that off screen. How did you learn the chart so good? Just like a decade of reverse engineering, man. I literally sat in my basement and gave up my life for this stuff. It's my life's work. Not a single human being in this world taught me anything. Not a book gave me any piece of knowledge. Not a single piece of reading, a voice I heard, nothing could ever take any of the credit that I have to the charts or what I've created, because I literally learned it myself. And that's why it's not out there, because I'm the person who reverse engineered it. I'm sure there's other people who know it too. Maybe, I don't know. I've never met them. Maybe there's a few of them. There has to be, because I reverse engineered it off somebody, some genius who made it back in the 70s. I reversed it off them. So, but I'm the person who spent a lifetime learning it. So yeah, I mean, there is like, how did I get so good? I gave up my life for this stuff, man. I went to university for 11 years to be an architect, and I was a professional poker player making really good money. Would have made 250K a year easily as an architect. I gave it all up to start this this journey. So I just, a lot of hard work, Ace. Just like a lot of hard work, man. Roll up, just saying. You mentioned it first. Did you actually? Son of a bee, Sammy. Did you actually mention it first, dude? Let me look. Are you pulling my leg? This is the biggest meme of the day. I'm scrolling through chat like an idiot. RYCEY. Is this Rolls Royce? Rolls Royce Holdings, son of a bee. Sammy is on it too. But how does the chart look, Sammy? There is no logic here. You see, you screwed up, dude. Because, oh, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Yeah, you screwed up. 1996, 95. Let's see if you screwed up or not. 1995. Oh, but who did it first? Okay, July. So this decides who wins here, whose name goes on it. Wait, what do we have? Like July 24th on the LSE. Fuck, I can't get the. Okay, you know what? July 24th, 1995. I already forgot the date. Oh, this is terrible. This is a shit show as usual. That's July 24th. September. Yeah, you screwed up, man. You used the wrong chart. That's why the LSE has such a perfect buy on it, and why this is so muddled. Yeah, man. Huge throw. Biggest throw 2021. Wrong chart. Gotta go now. Take care. See you, Miguel. See you tomorrow, hopefully. I can look into the future. Dang it. Rip. Wrecked. Yeah, sorry, man. F in the chat for Sammy. Seriously. Always use whichever the original ticker is. Pfizer. I think we have Pfizer on our list. We've already charted Pfizer before. People are dropping even the capital F. Yikes, dude. That's a no kappa 2 take. Capital F. I just do BTC USD perp because I'm trading perp. I literally just answered that, Kata. If you just tuned in, just go watch like the last 5 minutes of the stream. Should we do our Forex follow-up for the day? Hey, Bezgin. Okay, let's talk about a few things. Let's go rant mode. Let's chill out, watch Bitcoin, go rant mode. Before, you know what? No, before we do that, let's do our Forex. Let's just do our follow-up. Let's make sure that nothing is getting to any of these targets that we're watching. Let's do our Forex follow-up real quick. Well, we're just going to go into 3 USD JPY, right? I want to follow up on these USD JPY. 5-minute chart, no. Daily, that's way too big. So this is good. USD JPY is actually rejecting its trend on the larger time frame. So it's actually rejecting its trend, which means it's just going to be a bit of a longer trade. So this is fantastic. It breaks trend, and now it's actually trying to see if it can hold. But yeah, JPY, good. We need a pullback on JPY. USD, what's the next one? CNY, Chinese yen. Chinese yuan, yeah. God, not this again. Chinese yuan, coming to target. Okay, good. We're set there. And the franc, CHF. Swiss franc. Again, same thing on this, right? Trying to break on the larger time frame, failing its break, seeing if it can actually set something up. Still, target much lower. That's it. We're done. Do we do our commodities follow-up? Yes, we do as well. Oh no, damn, wrong button. Stocks, dude. I'm literally doing stocks right now. My real name is Cotton. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the big haha and check Renova. I'll never forget this, dude. This thing is gonna be such a, like, you pay off your house with this goddamn trade. You guys better have taken this trade down here. Like, I swear to God, if you guys didn't take this trade, you're all suckers. I'm a sucker for not having my banking set up, but anybody who could have taken this trade that didn't, as much as I talked about it back in here to the cent, you guys are suckers, like straight up. Big fat root beer suckers. Because like that's the mistrade of the year for me so far. Because this thing is going to just be insane. CL1. What do we actually want to look at though? Follow up on RB1 gasoline. Still not target. Follow up on soybean. So ZS1. Nothing here. Cotton futures, CT1. Follow up on AA, Alcoa. But Alcoa we're not looking at. We're looking at ACH because ACH is a little quicker. Aluminum Corp. Still nothing there. And iron on the London. Iron still making its move. Iron is going to be the first one to pop on the commodities. Am I doing anything special for 10K subs? Fully nude stream. Kidding. By nude, I meant charts. Chart nudity. Everything back to zero. Erase it all and chart from square one. A lot of this stuff is just like garbage on my screen, just stuff I haven't deleted, just so you guys know. Don't read too much into it. I mean, it's just starting to see if it can move up. CBAS. No, the courses are like all markets. I didn't even learn this stuff in crypto. I learned it back in stocks. Gonzalez, you get Blueprint and Butterfly Effect Segment 1 once we hit 50K subs. If you go on Patreon, it's not just for today, it's lifetime. If you go on Patreon, there's a post I had about it maybe around a month ago. Just scroll through my Patreon page and you'll find a post that says like free Blueprint, free Butterfly Effect. And you can see like more of the details in there. Candy is a middle name. Gokus actually knows my real story. How did you find that out, dude? The hell? Late morning again? What's up, Earl? You're welcome, Kata. Into the crypto scene, you're right. Good call on that. I got to get more used to using my Stream Deck. Not much, but not bad for a starter. Money is money, man. You have your lifetime to make those kind of profits where you could make like 50 grand in one trade in one day. You have a lifetime to do that, dude. You'll have anybody who's serious about this will have weeks where they make, 200, 300, 400 grand in 1 week. They'll have periods where they're going to make $5 for 3 months straight. Like there's goods and bads in this industry. So there's no rush. Candy is also part of my name. Well, I wasn't supposed to say that, but somebody in the chart spoiled it. Yes, Candy is my middle name. Not really information I care to divulge to people. It's kind of personal, but yeah. Don't want to get data scraped by everybody knowing my first and last name, or sorry, first and middle. They don't know my last name yet, but my first and middle name, Cotton Candy. Kind of gross, but okay. Yeah, everybody's going to have moments in their day trading career where it's like, yeah, they make nothing for months on end, or they make like 300-400K in a week. Yeah, way too much already. Not me, man. You guys are data scraping my name. What do you want from me? No, that's no secret. People know my name. That's not some big secret. If someday I made at least 150 per day and had at least 70% accuracy, I'm going to quit my job. That's a very achievable goal, Earl. That's something that is very achievable. Signing up to Patreon. See you there, Edwin. Look forward to it, man. That's a very achievable goal, Earl. I don't think... Yeah, but it's an acronym, Austin. TA. It could be Tanner. It could be Cotton Candy Tanner. It could be Tamarack. It could be Tomahawk. There's an A in Hawk. It could be Tomahawk. It could be 2 syllables. That's why it's TA, right? You will never know. You may know what I let you know, but you will never know what the TA stands for, dude. That's my new channel, by the way, Cotton Candy Tomahawk. Second YouTube channel I'm opening. Such a dry sense of humor today. Let's move on. We did look at stocks, but I'll bring up Renova for you because I know you're in this, Austin. Yeah, Renova's holding its move, man. Like, if you're still in it, and I know Anthony's in this too, might not be such a bad idea to stay in it for a bit to see where it can hit. Like, I mean, if you haven't already taken profits up at around 100% in this thing, I would maybe stay in it to see if this can have a larger break, because if it just keeps holding its range, like it may break down some more, but it looks like over the last couple hours here, at least it's creating some type of ladder in the moment. At least it's creating some kind of base to move up off of. So I mean, this is it's gonna haunt me all year, because this thing could move up now. So it's not bad. I'd really look for it to get over top of like 18.9 right now, and if it starts moving up above 18.9, it's going to be a pretty strong contender for something that can break trend. And if it breaks trend, like you're gonna go pay off your house with this trade, man. So I really hope, yeah, man, I really hope you have a good amount of money in this. If it gets above like 18.9 in the next few hours, like you're really gonna have a good contention for something that's gonna try to push up and up and up and up. Yeah, you thought wrong, Ross. It's not technical analysis at all. It's purely experience, Omar. I've been doing this for over a decade, man. I can see things across time frames that I can mark at, I'm kind of at the point where I can be like marking I'll be on the hourly chart and I can mark like a 3-minute level just based on the way I see this candle. It's just because I've done so many charts for so long, and I've literally marked millions of levels on charts. Like I've just been doing this so long, I can just kind of, so it's just an experience thing, man. Don't feel like you're not doing things right if you can't see it that quickly. Vixie too? Yep, I'll take a look, man. Thanks for the $5, dude. Absolutely. Sealov to the list. Okay, Sealov and Vixie. We'll get a good in-depth look at Vixie. Low amounts learned by doing. Yep. How much time would be necessary to learn? I think everybody's different. I don't think I can answer that one time broadly. Everybody always asks like, oh, how much time should I put in? I think that's I think everybody ranges, right? I think everybody learns at a different pace. Some people learn quicker, some people learn slower, but I mean, the proof is in the profits. So I'm not sure, Deji. Let's go to stocks, look at Vixie. How long has this thing been around? 2011? That's not that long. Still sour about missing 43.5. Yeah, I had roughly around there 2 WD, and trade just hit 43.8, I believe, if I remember seeing correctly. Vixie seems a little risky right now, Austin. Could it move up? Yes. So the thing I don't like about Vixie, like how much profits is in this? Was this actually enough to 500%? It's not bad. The thing I don't like about Vixie is why didn't it have its move here? Like, why is it still dropping after having such a strong move, right? Difference between this chart and Renova is Renova started to hold its range. Like you could just even mark the bottom of this, and like Renova developed its own range and started to hold, right? Like if you were to look at Renova would look like something like this right now. So then if you just think back to what we talked about Renova, and we said, it has to get over 18.9, and in this case it would be like, what, I don't know, $25 or something like that, or 24.50 or 25 and it holds there, it can start to create at least some type of laddering point and some type of move up, but it tries to do that and it loses its range. And then it's kind of at the base of its range again. So I don't know, it kind of looks to me like this thing is about to be in failure. Could it move up? Yeah. But I think, you know, on something like this, the risk is kind of high. Like I think you'd be more looking down at buying around maybe $7 or $6. Because like, why did this create such a big push up, 500% profits and then fall so flat and couldn't even hold any type of range? Like it couldn't hold a range here, couldn't hold a range here. I would be careful with this. Could it develop a move? Absolutely. But it's definitely more of like, oh, this is not like a sure thing. Imagine buying VIXI in 2011. I don't want to imagine that. I mean, if it continues to hold, sure, but I would want to see it kind of hold and develop first. It started to hold and develop something here last month, but then that got lost too. Like, look, it started to hold and develop a move, and then it initially it just instantly pulls back. It can't even create a ladder on its own time frame. So I just don't like VIXI. I think you can see a much lower target on VIXI. CLOV? We can keep an eye on VIXI. You know what? We're going to add it to the list. We're going to put VIXI on the list to follow up on it. Looks like $7, I'm going to say. Follow up. And mark it for follow up because it's pretty close. And Clove. What is this? Clover Health? Yeah, hasn't seen its move down yet. It's still moving down. Look down at like 10 something. We can mark this one for follow up too, because this could be a good trade. But yeah, I could see like yeah, this thing could be like $3.50. I wouldn't touch this. It's way too new. UK and subscribers. Yeah, not too many subscribers on the channel yet, but you know, we're getting there. The girl in your window. Oh yeah, on the crypto scene. Yeah. SNDL. Damn it, I just switched to my... Ah, it's way too high, dude. This thing is way too high. Do not touch. I think you're just telling me to look like how much percentage was 3,000. That's crazy, dude. Sundial growers? That's nuts. Yeah, this is what you'd want to see on something like VIXI or that other one. You'd want to see it hit a pretty big low and then actually develop its move. Like this is where VIXI failed, right? Like VIXI had this crazy push up and then like why doesn't it develop its move further at that point? You know, you're just hitting a new all-time low, I think, on that. SNDL, this thing is yeah. Congrats to holders on that one. Well, no, maybe not. Holders wouldn't make money on that. Congrats to anybody who bought the bottom. Would the way you chart have to change if millions of people learned your TA? It would change just because if millions of people knew it, then the game would change. Finished your beginner's course? Hey man, wicked. You already took profit in SNDL? Good. You bought it 65 cents and sold it 243. Good job, dude. Good old BART formation. Everyone hit the like button so we can all get Blueprint quicker. Yep, at 50K subs, I put my next course out for free. At 50K subs, Blueprint goes out for free. And those on the annual tier get Butterfly Effect Segment 1 unlocked. Can my wife trade? No, she does not trade. I have some pretty spicy stuff in mind in terms of shorts. I've got it all planned out. I've got my shorts planned nicely, and if they execute, oh boy, let me tell you a thing or two about plans with shorting. I don't have any long-term plans, Ross. I don't even know what I'm eating for lunch. I can't think past one day at a time. I just do what I do every day, and if day trading changes, trust me, I'll be here to recrack it. I've actually already recracked the next form of day trading. So my science, I've already recracked my science. So science of trading version 2 and version 3, I've already worked on in my head. I do this. It's what I do, man. You caught UCD2 on the FSE at 10.5. What's the price at now? No, Larkin, it doesn't. That's not the way it's timed. It's a timing factor, but it's a timing factor, not some follow more or less. It's a timing factor. They all follow it identically. If my trade goes, I don't have thoughts on BTT, man. I don't have any thoughts on any of these coins. They don't matter to me. Just trade them and make your money. If the plan goes according to plan and it gets executed properly, yeah, it'll be nice. I'll make a video about it. You guys will see how to make 8 figures in one trade. If it goes according to plan. We'll see. No, I talk about it in Butterfly Effect, Alessandro. So let's talk about Binance and this downtime yesterday. I've avoided this topic all day because I've been getting hammered with messages on Discord. Talk about Binance, talk about Binance. I've been getting private messages. Yeah, let's talk about Binance now. Greetings from Winnipeg. Hey, Rye, what's up, man? Let's talk about Binance. Something people have been dying to hear about. Crypto will never become mainstream because of the crap that's been happening since day one with these exchanges. The SEC watches these guys so closely. There's a lot of eyes on the crypto exchanges right now. The timing of their downtime last night was impeccable, and the timing of when they came back online was also impeccable, almost as if someone had staged it. Now, take what you want from that. I don't care, but it is crazy the amount of times the downtime happens in like a clutch moment, and they say it's volume overload. They've been using the same bucket of screws story, the same fallen, broken robot of a story since day one. How many times I've been in this from day one, pretty much with crypto, with the trading exchanges. So I've been here for like 4 or 5 years trading crypto. You know the amount of times when a very specific level gets hit that like 10 minutes before that level gets hit, there's downtime. And then miraculously, 2 minutes after the level is stabilized, oh, we're back up. Just scheduled maintenance, nothing to fear. They don't announce it. They don't talk about it. It's just completely unscheduled downtime. Just, we've got maintenance happening. No big deal. This is normal. And to the untrained eye, it would be like, oh, maintenance, okay. Do you know how many times I have seen BitMEX, Binance try to sell people the same pile of crap story? It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. You guys remember back when Bitcoin dumped to 3,600? Very easy target to see on the charts. BitMEX had like a 5-minute down window the second that Bitcoin lost 4,000 in price. Oh, we've got an overload in volume. Didn't you guys have an overload in volume the last 7 or 8 times it's happened at tops and bottoms of critical moments? So where's your engineering team when this overload of volume? How is this allowed to happen more than once? This is why crypto will never be mainstream. Same garbage happened yesterday with Binance. And it was so obvious. It was so obvious. And then 2 minutes after, something gets stabilized, like the move in Bitcoin gets stabilized. Oh, everything's back up and operable. No big deal. Futures trading is still open and active. ETFs, though, forget that. You can't trade ETFs while Bitcoin is pumping, right? I'll let you guys just think about why that would be a good or bad idea. It's so crazy what is happening in the space with these exchanges. And just the most recent one, and it is so rampant, it's not even funny. It happened at 10K. It happened at 12K when Bitcoin was supposed to have a major breakout. Happened at 3K when 3,600 was hit. 5-minute downtime, right when Bitcoin loses 4K, but hits 3,600, the level it was meant to hit back earlier this year. Very easy to see on the charts, by the way. You guys can go and find it very easily. There's no secret levels. It's very simple to see. This is why crypto will never go mainstream, because of greedy people like the Binance CEOs, because people trying to protect their companies, because of downtime maintenance. I have a big problem with this right now. Downtime, not a coincidence. I let people, I am just making points to a story that I'm reading. That's all. I am not drawing any conclusions. I am not saying there's something X or Y happening. What I'm saying is it's funny that this stuff is happening at critical times over and over and never any time else. Anytime there's unplanned maintenance, it's never at a time where Bitcoin's dead. Anytime there's an influx of volume and they can't handle it. How is this still happening 5 years later? Shouldn't this have been solved once by engineers? This is not some kind of crazy problem that can't be solved from an architecture standpoint of data. This isn't some crazy problem. So how come when there's like 100,000 Bitcoin of volume in a move that's already happened, maintenance downtime doesn't happen due to an overload in the system when it's like, oh, here's 100,000 of volume, but yet 20,000 Bitcoin of volume can cause an overload? Oh, well, Cotton, it's like back-end engineering. You can't understand it. I understand it perfectly fine. So I'm going to make an observation here. ETFs were scraping a crazy low yesterday. Bitcoin is testing to see if it's going to pull back long-term right now. Okay. Bitcoin was about to pump. ETFs were already scraping a crazy low. Futures trading and BTC trading, perfectly fine. Nothing affected. Keep trading. Systems are all up and running. Everything's a go. That's where all the volume happens. That's where the millions and billions of dollars happen, is on like Bitcoin, not on these ETFs like BTC down, SXP down. They have like $1 million of volume a day. They're nothing. In the if Bitcoin pulls back right now, in the moment yesterday when BTC down could have hit like 600 sats, SXP could have hit like 30 sats. When these things could have gotten pummeled, which they should have, because they were already there ready to get pummeled, all of a sudden there's an emergency downtime. If Bitcoin pulls back, that would have been the last opportunity for anybody looking at ETFs to get into ETFs. You know who has to cover ETFs? Binance. So if we go to like, I don't know, SXP for example. If this thing could have pushed 30 sats, right? You know who has to cover this if Bitcoin dumps and Bitcoin pulls back to 20K? Guess who covers these losses? Binance. They're down contracts. So who has to cover the losses when this thing's at 30 sats, right? You can't even measure at this point how much profits it would be. Who has to cover it if Bitcoin dumps and Bitcoin pulls back to 10K and this thing goes and tests even half of the price it was at, even if it tests this range, and it's 197,000% on an ETF contract? Who's covering this? Binance is covering this. So when this thing is threatened to hit down another 50% and there's a magical downtime when only ETFs are affected, but where all the volume is in Bitcoin, everything's Gucci. Why do you guys think this is happening? Who do you think has to cover these losses on these ETF contracts? And if Bitcoin were to go down to $5,000 and this thing goes up to, say, $40, right? If this thing was at, you can't even measure. It's just at such a low price, but another hit down would have meant like another 50% gains up top. That's the point. You can't even measure it at this point. I don't even think I can measure. The difference is staggering. So like this is why it can never go mainstream. It's like right here or something like that. It's at such a low price that if Bitcoin were to dump and Binance had to start covering some of these ETF contracts, like I don't think people realize how much money you could make on ETFs right now. This is a once in a lifetime event that's going to happen in crypto. If Bitcoin dumps, this is going to be the moment that makes people billionaires. Even to here, which is not even 1 cent. We can't even, you can't even fucking measure it. It's so crazy. Okay, let's try. Like right here, right? Price is like right here. Even to like, can we even get to like a half of a cent? To half of a cent is like 8,000%. To half of a cent. If this thing goes to like $5 because Bitcoin actually has a real pullback and you see Bitcoin back down at like 10K, who do you think has to cover these? Who do you think's covering this stuff? It's not traders. These are contracts. This is Binance covering these. So if you're telling me that right after Bitcoin potentially hit its top at 48K and it is trying to develop a pullback in a critical moment, they have unannounced downtime, and this is an ongoing thing that's happening in crypto. This has been ongoing for 5 years. Every time Bitcoin hits 3,600, every time it hits 20K, every time one of these critical landmarks get hit, 5 minutes before, there's downtime. This is not even like, this is why crypto will never go mainstream, because the SEC, they see stuff like this. If BTC dumps and people are in ETFs, they are going to make millions of dollars, literal millions, tens, 20, $30 million off of a few thousand, off of like 10 grand. You could make off of $3,000. You could potentially make like $25 million on one of these trades if Bitcoin dumps. So in a critical moment when Bitcoin is having a massive ramp up and these things are about to take another 50% hit, why would they need to do maintenance only on like ETFs and trading pairs? There's nothing happening there. There's no volume in these things anyways. Like, yeah. There's like, it's so crazy to think that every time one of these maintenance happens is on every exchange on Coinbase, that it's just maintenance. It's not maintenance. These are very simple problems from a data architecture standpoint that could have been solved a long time ago. Anybody with 2 pairs of eyes and knows what's going on in TA can see this like tenfold. Use a long position tool. That's this guy, right? So if this thing could have went down to like 33 sats, which it could have, but apparently it froze in the moment. How do you expand this like this? Okay. Yeah, good call, Rush. If you got to 1 cent, even to 1 cent, forget the $18 this thing was at. Forget about going to $1. If you got to 1 penny, this is 300,000. Oh no, sorry, 30,000% in profit to 1 penny. 30,000%. What happens if this thing goes to 5 cents? We're talking about 5 cents. We're not talking about $5. We're talking about 5 cents. 150,000%. So $1 turns into 150,000. What if this thing goes back to $1? Because Bitcoin actually does have a real pullback and we see like all these ETF contracts. What if this actually does go to like even 25 cents? Forget $1, forget $5, forget $10. What if this thing even just goes to the backside of its range right here? So what if you were even to just go to here? What is 400,000%? You tell me now that all of a sudden futures trading, which has billions of dollars of volume, didn't need maintenance, but ETFs did, that have like $1 million in volume. it's such a load of crap. This is the exact reason why you guys will never see Bitcoin go mainstream. And if it develops a pullback right now, and it actually is pulling back, mission accomplished. Binance got away with it once again, just like BitMEX did back at 3,600 when there was like a 10-minute downtime window when target was hit perfectly, but all trading stopped for 10 minutes just for target to hit and move off. Mission accomplished by them. They've hidden it once again, right? So this is why. This is why you guys like have to see it. Maintenance only when these ETFs were threatened to get another 50% hit. Because any like real good trader right now, all eyes on, wait, what am I on? BitShares? What is this? What are we on about? Any good trader right now, all eyes on ETFs. Because if Bitcoin develops a pullback, you could become a millionaire like nothing. Like it's a bucket of water. You're drinking a glass of water. It's like instant millionaire status, multi-millionaire status. You get $10 million off these trades. These are some of the reasons why I hate Bitcoin so much in this industry. Because it has been happening since day one. You need more load balancers. Yeah, the capacitors are overloaded. They need to take some more wires to the workshop and make them into power cords and put more power supplies up on the capacitors. These are all escape from Tarkov terms. So if any EFT players are out there, you know what I'm talking about. Annual expert tier is, I think it's like 8K. They could have fixed it so many years ago. They could have fixed it after once. It's not a, it's basic IT. Agreed. Use the log chart? No. Log doesn't exist. Trade EFTs if you want, man. Trade this on Binance, yes. EFTs are on Binance. I'm sure there's other exchanges with EFTs as well, but Binance, yes. I would just suggest that you guys make your own decisions. I'm not advising you guys to go put money in EFTs. I'm just kind of stating something that kind of seems obvious to me. What about like BTC down? What is BTC down at right now? Yeah, funny. Actually, my BTC down chart, if you guys caught that real quick, hit my level perfectly. And then BTC down was right here when the maintenance happened. It was actually supposed to pump once again. So I believe maintenance on this thing was... Where was maintenance on this thing? Where the hell was maintenance? What time was maintenance yesterday? Maintenance was like... Wait, let me find where maintenance was on BTC down. Was it like right here? No. Where was that maintenance window? I'd have to actually go on the... You know what? I can just go on the exchange. It was at like... Where the hell was that maintenance window? Right here, right? On 9 on 10, BTC down. Why can't I see the maintenance window now? I was looking at this yesterday. I was just appalled. I was just so disgusted. It was at like 9 p.m. last night. Wasn't it like 9 p.m. last night? I was so disgusted when I saw this. I was just like, yeah, right there. 1915. 1830. Right here. No? Why can't I see it on this, but I can see it on Binance? Probably the wrong ticker. No, it's not. 1830s right here. Must have been right here. Bitcoin was pumping right here, by the way. Right before this was about to lose a critical level. And if that had happened, you would have saw BTC down like right down here. because it should have had this dump yesterday. So this should have had a huge pullback yesterday right before Bitcoin pumped. Because Bitcoin pumped right here, by the way, just so you know. And this is where the maintenance existed. Absolutely disgusting. I think it was right here. It's on my, you can see it on Binance. I don't know about seeing it on TradingView. I don't know. It looks a little different to me, but you can see it on Binance at 1830, my time zone. 1830. 1830. So it should be like right here, but it's for some reason here it's not showing. But you can see it if you just go onto Binance. It's really gross what's happening. It's really, really gross what's happening in the industry. Again, I'm not making any conclusions. I'm not saying anything. All I'm pointing out is a few points to it, what I think is an interesting story. Bitcoin's already mainstream when rappers and porn stars are buying crypto. Well, a lot of people lose money in this world. This is so far away from mainstream. Crypto is not mainstream, man. Probably less than 1% of the world even knows about crypto. You really see a big pullback? What's that saying? Escalator up, elevator down? You went full tilt on that rant. It's really crazy, WD, what's happening and has been happening. This is not the first time I've made this rant for people who have been around my community for a couple of years. I've been saying the same thing since day one. Every time this shit happens, it's like it's so obvious. EFTs are kind of like options or contracts. More than likely, they will remove the ETFs when BTC dumps. That's the other fear, right? You know how much percentage they're like, exchanges won't be able to cover the amount of money. So that's the other fear. Are they just going to remove ETFs? They're too volatile. Okay, but they weren't too volatile when people were losing their life savings in them on the way down, and Binance was making hand over fist money on them, right? There's no liquidation point, dude. They're spot contracts. Baru, what's up, dude? So I don't know. I know there's a lot of stuff that happens in this industry, and this is like one of my worries about crypto. And one of the things that's always on my mind when people say, well, what's your opinion on Bitcoin? Pretty bad, to be honest, because all the stuff that people say, like, oh, it's used to buy weapons and this stuff like that, like, whatever, that's news crap. But there's some like real problems that are happening with crypto when Binance is the biggest exchange, and this is the kind of crap they're pulling. Could be coincidence. I leave that up to people to decide. Everybody has their own opinion. At the end of the day, this is just an opinion. But it's quite a striking thing that happens over and over and over, only when there's small amounts of volume, only in critical moments, every time for years on end. It's quite the coincidence. If you are even to believe that coincidences don't happen, which is a valid theory, that coincidences don't exist and that everything happens for a reason, or everything is planned as it's supposed to be, even fine. Even if you were a believer in that, even if that were to be true, then you could say, okay, well, we can allow for some slippage in our theory. We can allow for two coincidences, or maybe even three. Three would be an anomaly if we didn't believe that. Three would be an anomaly in terms of coincidences for people who even do believe in coincidences. Four would surely be almost impossible. Five would be amongst the realm of not even feasible to think that it could happen. What happens when you start to get up to like 20, 30, 40, 50 times every single time? At the point where five coincidences is just like unrealistic thinking to the furthest extent that it would have to be like a 1 in a million shot. What happens when it's like up in the 50s and 60s that it's been happening? What happens when this is like an ongoing 4-year coincidence? So I just make observations. I don't know, man. That's just my opinion. What if a DEX takes over Binance? I don't know, dude. I don't think crypto's like what people think it is. Have a watch of the vanish. Wait, the vanish at CISO Hotel? It sounds really familiar, actually. Yeah, I mean, they didn't remove ETFs like the whole time they've been up. Netflix, I'll check it out, Pickles. So I don't know, man. When I saw that yesterday and I was sitting there watching and waiting to buy BTC down because it was like a free trade and it was like a free roll to what could potentially be the biggest trade of the year. When I was watching that and Bitcoin's about to pump and all of a sudden I refresh I'm like, wait a second, why isn't the order books updating? Has nobody really bought in the last 5 minutes and Bitcoin's about to like lose a critical level here and take a pump and BTC down's about to hit a huge dump? I'm like, whoa, this thing's about to pop. Let's get ready. And I refresh my screen and it's like, oh, Binance is in maintenance. And then after Bitcoin's pump is done, just like magic, maintenance is done. And it's completely missed the big dump that was supposed to happen on ETFs. And it's just like, okay. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm just some weirdo who's making up theories, but I like my theories. Decentralized exchanges are the futures. I don't think there's very much of a future for crypto, but I guess we'll see. We'll see, I suppose. Cryptos, I'll just say this. Can it happen? Sure, but it's got like a really long way to go. Crypto has got a long way to go, guys. I think you would have seen EFT scrape such a crazy low yesterday that it would have just been disgusting if that maintenance didn't go down. They're still at a pretty crazy price right now, but where they should have been compared to where they are because of that maintenance window, it was very imbalanced. So I don't know. My opinions on the downtime is that it sure is coincidental. That's my final take. Just follow the money. That's what the FBI does. Taxman, CIA, follow the money. Just follow the money, man. Careful, guys. 10K for a course. I don't know the trading. There's a lot of people who have made a lot of money taking my courses, man. 10K may seem like a lot for a course for some, but you know, for people who take my courses, there's guys who are making like $1 million a year now. So yeah, I don't know, man. Capstro proof. Yeah, I mean, a lot of my material's free, right? So I don't know, man. I'm sure you'll find your way in trading. Don't worry. You want to swing the hammer? I keep, damn, I keep forgetting to mod you, Pickles. Hold on. Can I do it from here? I can. You're now a moderator, Pickles. I think I tried before and it gave me an error message. Made 5K from 50 even from his free material. Yep. Well, it's just like his name is the trading. What do you want? Look at that. You got the mod wrench now too. Let's go, baby. Pickles big mod in the house. Maybe the trading was CZ. Like I said earlier, it's always somebody named like the trading or trading god or trading guru, or it's always that kind of person. Congrats on your promotion. Because cotton is free material, I found 4 bottoms perfectly in the last 2 days. Nice, man. Just ask them, Yasir. There's lots of proof. Look at people in chat, man. Just look at people in chat. Everybody's like saying how much they make off my free material. I don't know, man. If that's not enough of a accolade for you, I don't know what to tell you, man. You're making a difference. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Ask Alexa to play. Congratulations by Post Malone. Nice, dude. Scary accurate compared to mine. Pickles is pretty good, man. Pickles is a good trader. He's been around a long time. Anybody who's sharing profits like that, any real traders don't share profits, Musk. Only people who are like glorifying $50,000 a year are sharing profits. Proof is in the free material, man. Go learn it first before you pay for any courses anyways. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. You're helping me study at college more than anyone else. I just started making money thanks to you. Oh, you're welcome, man. Congrats. Keep it up. I watch the whole vid every single day. Yeah, I mean, that's the way to do it, right? Take the free material. I wouldn't recommend anybody who hasn't completed the free stuff, like Future of Trading, Beginners Advanced. I wouldn't recommend them join anyways. I would just say, go complete that stuff first and then join. My time is up, going back to work. See you, man. Starting trading now after the advanced course. I think it's a good point to see how good your accuracy is. I think at that point you can see if you need more. Like obviously I would say like keep pushing, right? You're only going to be a better trader after FOT. So enough to take your first steps in trading. Yeah, I mean, set up an account, put a few dollars on it and see how your accuracy is. You don't need to be making an income at it yet. You need to see how your accuracy is. There's no FOMO trader that will spend the amount of time Cotton has spent on videos. Yep. Exactly. Just kind of common sense stuff, right? FOT was the game changer for me. Yeah, FOT is a crazy course. FOT is an absolutely crazy course. You know, you're always going to have haters come in a chat. Typically, it's people who sat in a few workshops. Those are intense. Typically, people who are like angry at the world like that, you know, people who just like, oh, it's all fake. They either have lost a lot of money in trading or they just don't have what it takes. And they've just not been able to hack the journey. Like not everybody is cut out to be a day trader. And I'll say that like straight out. This is a tough field. Not everybody can hack it mentally. Some people have like mental breakdowns. Some people lose money and just go on complete tilt. People just look for a finger to point, right? People just in general can't take responsibility for their own actions. I mean, this is classic psychology, right? So when you have someone come in the channel and they just kind of pop off for no reason, they've probably lost a lot of money in trading or really just don't understand things and are more frustrated themselves for not getting it or not taking the steps to get there, right? So, you know, from a psychology standpoint, you have to think about, okay, well, why would somebody actually say that? Well, there's a couple reasons. Either they've, you know, they desperately need help and they're just not quite there, or they've lost a lot of money and they need someone else to blame because they can't look in the mirror. So, you know, just take it with a grain of salt, guys. Some people come in here, you know, with their shoulders up and it's like, yeah, well, just think about why they may be like that. A lot of guys think the grind is like 2 to 3 months. The grind is like 2 to 3 years. Yep. Guys like Pickle have been around Discord for years. Absolutely. I'm loving FOT. That's why I'm trying my best to learn everything from it. My goal is to start making enough money after FOT, other paid courses. If you get there, man, then yeah, like absolutely keep educating. I will always tell people keep educating. You unsub to all other cryptos, YouTubers, and focus on Khan's channel. Nice, man. FOT is the main deal. Yep. I think in your remastered, moving between beginner levels and advanced levels and break levels makes things a little bit confusing. Oh, you mean in the non-remastered videos? Yeah, they're definitely going to be much smoother flow with Deji. Just teach levels that appear in FOT. People won't understand that. I've made 30,000 a month so far learning from Cotton. Sick, man. That's so sweet. Bovorn, dude. Congrats, man. That's freaking amazing. So you're like almost $500,000 a year just off my material, dude. That's like, holy crap, man. Like freaking congrats. Like that's the kind of stuff I like to hear, dude. That's amazing. Dude, that's so cool. FOT is free, man. It's on my channel. Are you a software developer? So I do have an education in software development. Yep. No, FOT is free, guys. It's on YouTube right now. It's on the channel right now. It used to be a paid course and I put it for free for people. 30K. If I'm making 300 a month, I'm quitting my job. We'll see. So here's the reality about day traders is like making 500,000 a month is not unrealistic. Making like, you know, even $2,500 a month is not unrealistic. Even making $1 million a month in day trading is not unrealistic. It just kind of depends on the level that you're at. So like, yeah, I mean, there's such a big range on income and it's just like, it will always be there. You will always have the opportunity to say like, okay, I have 5 years, I have 10 years, I have 20 years. You have a lifetime. You're not going to miss it. If Bitcoin dumps right now down to $5, it doesn't matter. There's another stock tomorrow. You don't need to be in Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. There's like, look at Renova. Like just anybody who just tuned in, we charted Renova a few weeks ago and we've said, put a buy here. You can go and look at this back pre-February. Like we talked about this in like around January 20th around here. We said, oh, go buy right here. And this was like, yeah, people pay off their house in this trade. And it's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 day trade. People will like 121% in 5 days. If you put like 50K on this, you'd have made 50 grand in 5 days. Like, and it's still moving up, right? So, well, hopefully anyways, if people are still in it. But anyways, we mark that level out. Like it's, there is no missing these things. If Bitcoin dumps, like don't feel like you have to be in Bitcoin right now if you don't understand it. Like train first, educate, get better, and you'll get there. Like it happens literally every day on different charts. It doesn't matter. Like there's a big mental line of I can trade and I have to trade. Yep. Advanced a little confusing. FOT unbelievable. I almost wish I skipped advanced, just my 2 cents. Yeah, I mean, I'm remastering beginners and advanced for this reason because I think they could use a lot of work. Really make it big this year. I hope so, man. I hope to just spread this knowledge. Right now, I'm just glad I'm with you. Yep. So for anybody who came in here like shoulders up, like there's your proof in the chat right there. Some of these people, I haven't even seen them before. And like Bovorn, I don't think I've seen Bovorn before. And he's claiming that he makes 30,000 a month from what he's learned from me. But that's kind of normal. I mean, yeah. What leverage do you generally trade with? 100 or 125x, Jack? I don't really trade anything else. Develop new insights into your TA? Absolutely, man. Yeah, oh God, yeah. Please put a disclaimer at the beginner and advanced course. I agree people should just educate first. Like the underlying truth there is like nobody should trade until after FOT. I agree. I think FOT is like the point where people should say, okay, I know this knowledge. I can start to try to trade. Yeah, I only do 100 or 125x. I took 125x trade on stream yesterday. You ask logical questions and get put in timeout. Probably the way you asked it and your demeanor. Oh God, no. Trading, leverage trading for beginners? No, definitely not, dude. Definitely don't trade leverage until you're like way up there as a trader. And just, you can make a great income doing spot. Leverage is only for like the best, most elite traders, like high leverage like that. 30K. Yep, that's awesome. You can only be happy for somebody like that, man. Just like big up to you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Whatever you're doing, it's working for you. Just keep doing it, man. Keep making the fattest stacks. Yeah, I only do 100 or 125x. I don't trade anything else, Dan P. I've always done that for years. $10x trades at beginner. I know I should not, but 100 or 125 is instant lick. You don't even need stop loss. I still use stop losses. But yeah, I mean, I did one on trade yesterday. It's the only thing I'll trade now. I don't spot. I can't do it on spot unless it's like even ETFs is like, oh, Jack, you couldn't have said it better, man. Leverage is how you liquidate your portfolio in 2 minutes as a beginner. Absolutely. Like beginners, stay away from leverage. I use Binance begrudgingly. You do your math homework. Yeah, you can calculate your stop loss before you put your actual trade on the books, and you just use your reduce only. Or you can just make a simple script to do it for you. Like a static point after every trade. Just found you and finished the basic course. New to trading. Used to be a poker player. Oh, nice. On full tilt. Yep. Yeah, I played on tilt. I played on absolute. I played on absolute sister site. What was that one called? Absolute sister site. I played. Well, of course, I played on stars, tilt, absolute. God, what was that other one called? AP and ultimate bet. Ultimate bet. I played on UB, AP. Played on almost all the sites. I got to get that rake back, you know, bonus. Proof. If you need proof to help you decide your career, it's probably not the right career for you, man. If you're just in here because of a convenience factor, it's probably not the right career. UB. Oh yeah, Pacific, yeah, party poker, yeah. Got to get those sign up bonuses. Deposit 500, get free rake. Got to get those. Thoughts on Rune? No. Yeah, yes, here. If you're asking for proof, it sounds like you're just trying to get into the career just because it sounds like it's good for you. Probably not the right career for you if you're just doing it because other people are making money in it. Do it because you love it, not because of what others do. Cashed out 2K from the week. Nice, dude. Some new alloys. Dude, what are you buying? Please tell me. Are you picking something up today? Or are you ordering something? Custom making? What are you doing? My SSRs on my Beamer took like 14 weeks or something ridiculous to get to me. That's correct, Dan P. So when you're doing 100x trading or 125x, you have to be pretty much like almost to the dollar because your like liquidation factor is pretty fast. CSL's 19s. Yeah, nice. So that's like a multi-spoke. Are you going deep dish? Like small dish in the front, deep in the back? If I'm thinking of the CSL wheels, I think I know what those are. It's like a multi-spoke dish wheel. 19's a good choice. 20 is a bit big unless you're in the F80 platform. I wouldn't go 20s on the E90 platform unless you're in no, I would go 19s. Dude, you have access to Future of Trading right now. It's on my YouTube channel. You don't have to subscribe to the $5 subscription. Just do that if you want to give me a thank you. If you want to just donate to me, and with $5 a month, go nuts. Join that. So like Future of Trading is free on YouTube. It's up right now, the whole course. The last episode just finished yesterday. It's a 90 some lessons. Yeah. I don't know if the new Porsche Cayenne can be the proof at the guy asking. Yeah. Yes, here. It just sounds like he's just somebody who just shouldn't probably look somewhere else for a career. What happens when you increase your leverage mid-trade? Do you earn more? I've never really done that. I think what happens is you just like average out your position more. So I think if you add leverage in a trade, I think it reduces your buy. So it gives you like a better buy position if I'm correct about that, but I've never really done that. one XLM transaction charge for 2K worth. That's really good, man. It's a nice little hack. Never made clear what time frame had to be wicked. That's a much deeper conversation, Larkin. At ML, it frees up margin. Yeah, so I think it reduces your buy. So it would actually take your buy down, which it increases margin or frees up margin. But I guess it's different if it's derivatives or margin. I'm not sure because I actually don't trade margin. I only do derivatives. I only do like the big contracts. Dude, Porsche Cayennes are nice. That's a nice choice, man. FOT is Future of Trading. It's a course that I have on YouTube. I'm done for this month. Boom, $2 off BTC down. A big brain play, dude. That's the one right there. I want to see BTC go on another rip up to like 54 before I start looking at those things. If I miss a trade, I miss a trade. I'd rather reduce risk. I just made over 300 euros, 300 pounds while watching a stream, and I'm only 17. I don't write here because of ego, but to motivate others to improve almost anything is possible anytime. Dude, that's awesome, Tibor. That's so cool, man. Don't worry, Cotton. You'll get there. One day. Not at all. DeFi excites me. Not at all. I'm a TA purist. I just don't think crypto is there as an industry, man. Maybe if crypto was there and it wasn't so shady and there wasn't so much like bad mojo around crypto, like the baggage that it has, maybe DeFi would be like a cool thought then. Maybe it would be a cool thought then, but yeah, it's too fragile. The whole industry is too fragile. It's too based off Bitcoin. Just remember the old saying, guys: escalator up, elevator down. There's an adrenaline every time it approaches your level. That's not that's just a trend, guys. That's an old trend that got broken. That's not a level. This is an old trend from back up here. Base and reach point here. This was just to see if it was going to push up again. Well, I wonder what that sounds like. That's really loud. I'm doing that on purpose. Maybe I shouldn't do that. It's probably super loud on you guys. Face cam is blocking. There's nothing to block. It's not anything that you should be paying attention to on the charts. It's just an old level I haven't removed. This was simply just to see if this could break out. So when the base and reach was here, your short was here. So your short existed here. Short plays out. Whatever percentages you get, if it breaks above this, it's going to push its high again, which it's trying to right now. This is just an old trend that's on my screen. I wouldn't mind it any attention at all. It's not relevant in this trade right now. How deep convo BE? I have no idea what you just said. See ya, Pickles. Later, man. Good luck with the CSLs. Grind them down for price. Then Elon Musk ruined it. Yeah, I think I'm done in a few minutes too anyways. What is it, 9:18? Yeah, it's pretty late today. Goodbye, honey pie. Nice one, Matthew. Take on religion? Not much, man. Pretty spiritual guy. The one true God is the cat god. I'm kidding, completely. No take on religion. Stay away from religious talk. If I tried acid, I'll never tell. I just stay away from religion talk. It's just like, I'm just a day trader, man. Appreciate your videos. Nice, man. Lord and Savior Cthulhu. I'm not looking at taking longs at Deji. I can't comment on it. I'm not looking at taking longs right now. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think though someone was asking, saying they made $1 million off of Defi this week. Like, yeah, that's good. Like, that's awesome, man. Like, hopefully your like life is set now. Like $1 million is a lot of money. Hopefully your life is set off that. If you've made money on it, that's incredible. I think anytime anybody makes money in the markets, it's an awesome thing. For whatever reason, it happens. Just because I'm a TA purist doesn't mean I don't want other people to make money, no matter what their stance is on the markets. Like, fundamental analysis is a joke to me. I think it's complete crap, and I can prove it on the charts. So, like, to me, it's crap. If other people are making money on it for whatever reason, whether it be luck or whatever, caught the right move at the right time, I'll always say like FA is complete crap. So, like, does Defi excite me? No, because Bitcoin is just so cancer. It's got so much bad baggage around it. It's not even funny. What happens after Death Cotton? Chart it. You tell me. LTNC. What is LTNC? If it's crypto, I'd probably just Labor Smart. Okay, let's go stocks. Oh, this thing is like, no, dude, don't touch this thing. It's gone. Don't even look at that thing, man. There's a million other stocks out there. Why trade that one? It's already gone. You'll get there, damn P. It's just a learning curve. You'll get there, man. A piece of advice I will give to you traders out there, TA traders, is I see a lot of people call out targets in the channel, which is cool. I like that. I think it creates great rapport. You guys feel free to like make targets all you want. That's cool. Don't let me suppress that. That's like awesome. But here's what I will say. No target can exist all the time, which means that like if you guys are marking some 4-hour level, it's only relevant when the 4-hour is relevant. No, that's not some kind of like cryptic message. This is much a part of a much deeper set of learning of comparative analysis in my courses, like butterfly effects and stuff. But if you guys are marking like 1-hour hold levels coming up in the chat a bunch of times, so I'll pick on the 1-hour hold level, not the specific level you guys are talking about, but just that phrase, the 1-hour level. You can't use these kind of static things like, oh, it's a 1-hour hold, I have to set a buy there. It's a 4-hour hold, I'm going to set a buy there. It's a daily, it's a weekly. The only time they're relevant is when it's shown on the chart. So just be careful to get stuck in a trap where you're always marking the same thing and making the same trade, because you're sure to lose money like that. And I know you guys have. I know you guys have marked like, say, a 1-hour hold. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. That's because that 1-hour hold will only be good when it's shown that it's going to be good, right? So there's ways to tell what level is going to get hit prior to that happening. So if you're always marking a specific level and taking it, you're bound to lose money. Just heads up for you guys out there, because point of me being here is so people don't lose money and they make money and change their lives. So that's like an important thing. I don't use EMAs, Ardo. I don't think that's so crap, complete crap using EMAs. Any indicators actually is complete garbage. Just trade Bitcoin to start, man. Just get good with Bitcoin. I am like after 12 years, I only trade Bitcoin still. I just do it on leverage now because there's no point in doing anything else. You can make like 50 grand a day trading Bitcoin on leverage. There's no reason to trade anything else. Is there a video about the futures market? Not really. That's more butterfly effect stuff. Yeah, I'm getting off, guys. Long stream today. I'm going to chart this thing and trade it for a bit. Not yet. I'm going to wait to see if it hits a level that I have in mind. Just joined. Feels bad, Max. BTC's boring right now anyway. Yeah, BTC will get exciting when it starts pushing up. Goodbye, Matthew. See you all tomorrow.